Hey guys, EBPMAN here, and today I want to take a look at the Google Pixel 4a. Let's check it out. Now in this video, we're going to take a look at the Google Pixel 4a XL. We're also going to compare it to its predecessors. So we're going to look at the 4XL. We're also going to look at the 3a, so you can see why you may want to consider this very affordable phone. We're talking about $349 unlocked, and it's packed with Google features. So let's get right to it, and we're also going to check out cases that you can get now if you plan on ordering one. Now this year, the Series A line of phones from Google Pixel only come in one size. In the past, you would see a 3A and a 3A XL giving you that larger handset. This time, you only have one size, which is the 4A. It also is only available in one color, which is black. Now, many people on YouTube are saying, gee, they wish they had other versions, other color variants, because it makes it a really boring phone. But let's face it, you can put a case on this and make it any color you want. You can put a D-brand skin and change the color to any color you want. The fact is that all phones, the front, are all the same color, and that's black. So I think this works out really well, no matter what color preference you may have. The other thing that's really the important part of this story is the fact that this phone is affordably priced at $349 unlocked. You heard that right, $349 unlocked, and it also is dual SIM. It has a eSIM, and then it also has a SIM tray that you can put in the SIM of your choice. So let's go ahead and do the unboxing. We're going to go ahead. I cut the seal on this. I couldn't wait. And just go through what you would get. So you'll have your phone, and you'll notice here is the Pixel 4a. We have, again, some miscellaneous information. Not a lot in accessories. A lot of accessories have been cut down quite a bit. Here you have your USB-C, dual USB-C charging cable. You then also have a little dongle here, and this is going to give you the ability to connect this, for example, USB-A to USB-C if you need to do that for whatever reason. And then it also comes with a power brick. So everything that you need in order to get going. And also there is a little SIM remover also in the box. Now at $349, you get a lot of value coming from the Google Pixel 4a. So check this out. You're going to get 3 years of updates. So that's software updates as well as security patches on your phone. In addition to that, you have 6 gig of RAM with 128 gig of storage. And you also have connectivity to the Google Cloud services. So that means Google Photos. So if by any chance you're looking at the 128 and you're running out of space, you can always offload a lot of your photos, if not all your photos, to Google Photos absolutely free. Now you also have a 3080 milliamp hour battery that's going to give you the ability to use this phone all day. And I do mean all day. My experience has been really positive with this phone. And that's because it has intelligent battery usage that's actually monitoring how you use and what apps you use, and then it puts those apps that you're not using to sleep so that it's maximizing battery performance. In addition to that, you have an 8 megapixel camera in the front, but it's only one, and then you have a 12.2 megapixel in the back. So things that it doesn't have. It doesn't have face unlock. So because, as you can see here, the actual, I would say, image goes top to bottom, all the way to the top. And again, this is one of the first phones in the Pixel line that does it. It doesn't have all the sensors to support face unlock. It also does not support wireless charging. And again, this is to give you that really affordable price. It does have, though, a headphone jack, which not a lot of phones have nowadays. So that's a really good plus. Now, the other thing that you have is you don't have an IP rating. Or rather, one of the things that you're missing is an IP rating, which means that if you're going to be using this in the gym, or if you're going to be running with this, if you're somebody who likes to work out a lot, you want to make sure that it's not going to get sweaty, that it's not going to get any kind of water, because it does not have an IP rating. Now, while it doesn't have an IP rating, it does have a fantastic camera. The camera here is the same camera that you would expect to have from any Google Pixel phone. Amazing photos. And I'm going to show you a series of photos that we've took. You're going to see photos that have the bokeh effect, which is kind of the blur background, and then you're going to see the same photo without it, and we're going to go through each one of those. So let me show you what I did here. So here's the camera, and you'll notice that you have the portrait mode, and the portrait mode is what's going to give you that blurry. It has night sight, which is going to give you that enhanced photography. So if you take a picture in low light or at night, it really makes all the colors pop. You have the standard camera, right, which is what you would normally take, and then you have video. Now, let's take a look at some of the photos. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start swiping through these so that you can take a look, and we're actually going to zoom them in so you can see how great these photos are. Now, at $349, you still get a fantastic camera, and you do get a Google Pixel quality camera. So as you take a look at some of these photos, that I just took random photos in my backyard, I had these yellow flowers that I thought would pop, especially with this camera. And you can see we're going from a standard photo to a bokeh photo, from a standard photo once again to a bokeh photo. And if we take a look at this rose again, you're seeing great detail, great color quality. Again, the Google AI is pretty cool, and it really does a fantastic job when it comes to bringing out all the colors and the detail in the photo. And then when we go into like that bokeh effect where the background blurs. I also took some photos of a plant that I have kind of like facing my street, where you have kind of like a little red bush there, and also showing that depth of field once again. So overall, from a camera perspective, I think this is a winner. Now, the Google Pixel 4a is one of the smallest phones that I have from the Pixel lineup. And as you see here, this is the 3a XL, this is the 4 XL, and then this is the 4a. Still have very similar, I would say, features or attributes as they're compared to each other. You know, because one of the things that Google always does is they have their button right here comes out with a different color. And you can see that obviously there's a significant size difference, but despite the fact that there is a size difference, you still have a lot of the pack features that you would expect from Google. And we take a look at the phone itself. So fingerprint sensor again in the back, we have our camera module, we have again our power button, volume rocker here. Fingerprint sensor I showed you earlier is super fast, and we'll go back to that photo in a second. And what you're going to get is again all of the standard features that you'd expect in a Google Pixel phone. It's going to have stock Android. It's very fast, so when you see how quickly these apps move around, if I were to open something, you know, it's what you would expect. You don't really have any kind of significant latency, even though it is a very affordable phone. So if you're looking for a phone that gives you, again, the ability to support the Google Fi network, which it does, also has another SIM card, so it's a dual SIM, so it's eSIM and standard SIM, and is pocketable and super affordable, then I would highly recommend you consider the Google Pixel 4a. Now, there are a lot of options for you to choose from where you're going to be able to dress up your Google Pixel 4a. So check this out. I have these cases from Casology, and we have a variety of colors here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to go through some of them so that you can get a sense of what type of case you would like with your phone. So you saw my other Pixel was orange. So if you would like to have this Pixel in an orange color, you have a case here. It's TPU. It is very flexible, and all I have to do is to get a different look on my Pixel, even though it all comes in the same color, is put it into this case. If I flip it over, you'll notice that it has really good protection here for the camera module. Fingerprint sensor is there. You have a polycarbonate frame around this TPU. It also does a really decent job on the screen protection. You notice how much this is raised right here, so it really protects us really nicely. And once again, does it matter now that it's black? It doesn't to me. There are other cases here as well. Let's go ahead and open up this one and we'll check this one out. This happens to be now the Parallax. The one that we just saw here was the Parallax as well, but it was a different color. So if you'd like to go, let's say, all midnight black, right? Here's another option for you. We'll move this paperwork around. Again, same look, but again, that's all black. And I'm a guy that loves having cases, so what I end up doing is I have multiple cases for my phones, and I switch quite often depending on what I'm doing. So we'll move this out of the way, put this on, and now you have a fully black phone, case and all. So you notice same as this one, but black, same protection that you'd expect, right? And again, it still looks great. Now, the next case we're taking a look at is the Vault, and this is 100% TPU, once again. It has kind of like a gritty back to it, and it has, well, I thought at first it maybe had, it has like a little pattern here. It's almost not so much carbon fiber, but it has an interesting design there. And again, this is, again, if you're one person like me that likes everything all black, here you go. Again, really nice, no fingerprints. It's going to give some good protection to your phone, great camera protection, just like the other one, great screen protection as well. Now, the last case we'll take a look at is another Parallax case, and this is going to give you another splash of color, right? So it's kind of a light gray, almost like a blue-gray, almost with a hint of pink too. There's some really interesting colors going on here. And once again, this is going to give you the ability to dress up your phone. Once again, taking that standard black and making it something very different, but still giving you great screen protection. Now, the Google Pixel 4a is packed with features, and it's affordably priced at $349. Now, if you're considering earbuds or audio products to go with your Google Pixel 4a, make sure you check out these playlists.